I feel like this Gen Z stuff, if you want to start talking about it, it's long ago. Back at home, my parents, they refer to us as the younger generation. That's the younger generation. My grandma would say this generation spoil. It's spoil. They really spoil. To me, Gen Z are just the generation, I think people born in the technology age. I grew up with knowing how to use they were using phones in my time. There was internet, there was everything. So I'm actually a Gen Z.
Hello everyone, welcome back to TIGA Talks, a channel where we decode everything Gen Z, unfiltered, real, and absolutely necessary. So if you've been called too soft, too online, overly sensitive, emotionally driven, and all, yeah, we're talking about Gen Z. So today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. Who are the Gen Zs? And I won't be doing this alone. I'll be having a guest with me on this show today, and she is also a Gen Z. Welcome back, everyone. So here with me is Mose Lois.
Hello everyone. I'm very interested in hearing my opinion concerning this topic.
When you hear the word Gen Z at home, from dad, from mom, looking at their generation and comparing it to our generation, what can you say about the Gen Z?
Well, back at home, my parents, they refer to us as the younger generation. That's the younger generation. To me, Gen Z are just the generation, I think people born in the technology age. I grew up with knowing how to use they were using phones in my time. There was internet, there was everything. So I'm actually a Gen Z. We like to we are very open and about our opinions, I mean, especially on the internet.
Okay, so basically, if you're born between year 1997 to year 2012, that means you'll be around age 28 down to age 13. So you are a Gen Z. So yes, we are known to be, overly sensitive about age, very outspoken. We were born in a time where the internet drive and everything is too fast and all. So if you're a Gen Z and you can't make use of the internet very well, I'm not just saying about going on social media, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and all. I'm talking about using other technological devices. If you're a Gen Z and you can't, at least even if you can't use it, if you don't know everything about that device, at least the basic knowledge, the basic ideas. I'm sorry, I think you have to go and check yourself again. So now, what does the Gen Z value means? Like, what do they value the most to you?
I can't say Gen Z value one thing. That actually this spectrum is a lot. The one I want to prioritize is how the outspoken they are. They are very outspoken about things. Like, and some may call this outspokenness, they may call it like easy brazen or exposed. My grandma would say this generation spoil. It's spoil. They really spoil. But my own opinion is that they're just a generation coming after a previous generation that they were not really used to things like this. Like, I'm not publicly claiming anything to be good.
Yeah.
But people were saying like this generation has this lesbianism and gay something.
Yes.
I feel it has always existed. But for this generation, because of how outspoken they are, they did not hide, they were just making it
popular,
very open. Yes. And not only that too, we also had very, very gifted minds back in the days.
Yes.
But now there are many people that are very gifted, but we don't really know about them. But now if you go online, you can see people, different creativity, different ideas, different talents that you've not even seen. Like you don't think it's possible. I think there was one place where I saw there was a man, he wasn't born without limbs. I think both hands, does not have hands. but he could draw very, very well with his mouth. So I know, like, I didn't know this man from anywhere, but I saw it on the internet. So maybe if I have like a creative I have like a tendency for creativity, and I see that I'm like challenged. Do you
You can do
understand?
better.
Yes, I can do
That
better.
digital space,
Yes, the how wide the internet is, can connect many people and also connect minds, connect ideas. So when we are talking about Gen Z, we should not just focus on this, like, the part of the negativity part.
Okay, now let's talk about the trending things that trends in this generation. Talking about tech, talking about TikTok, and so we live in a age of social media. Everything is social, and it's like if you're not on social media, you are not
I'm not living
you're not a
life.
human or something. You don't have a life.
Like,
So let's get down into it. But is it a good thing to be? It's a good thing to be on social media, but
it's a very good thing, actually.
being over socially kind of person.
No, I feel the bad side of social media is when you abuse it, because everything is good until when you start using, like, you abuse it. Use for different things. You start portraying lies online. And some people use it for trolling. They use it to stalk other people's lifestyle. So personally, I have a personal opinion that you shouldn't put yourself too much, like, you shouldn't put all of your life out there, because you don't know who is following you. That one is also, some people also say you should be very open, very open, but at the same time, so
but talking about trolling and stalking now, I found something very common among this generation, that if you are okay now, let's talk about trolling about those celebrities. So I know of a person, like, she's a celebrity in the entertainment industry. She says she does that some social media app she doesn't use, especially the X platform. That spacing, if you go on that space, if you don't have sense,
it's not everything you have to talk about on X. Like,
if you talk about something good, you will see someone that I don't know how those people think. They will just twist it in a kind of way that you'll be like, it might be for good. Maybe you are talking about something good, something that can educate others. You can see someone that can twist it and make it, they'll say it in a more perfect way, and you'll be like, oh, I'm learning. You don't have to post that stuff, but you're like, I'm learning something new from what this person saying. Like, sometimes stupid, and you'll be wondering, how did this person how this person think? Let's not talk about trolling celebrities on social media. I find that's very common among this generation. Like, maybe something bad happened to a particular celebrity. You don't know the origin. Nothing, let's never say celebrity. A particular individual, you don't know the origin of what happened, and you just conclude. You just exactly.
And that's the old when you're
and that's another thing about the bad side of being outspoken. You say, I'm just saying my own opinion, no, it's just from my own mind. Why now? My generation. May God help us. Let's talk about the mental. Now we are still focusing on being outspoken. Talking about mental health issue. I know in those days, it's not like there's no anything like mental health issue. People having anxiety problems, therapy, people going to therapy for consultation and all. It's not like people doesn't have the mental health issue then, or because they don't speak out, they cage everything inwardly. Then going to see a therapist is like, why? It's not like, why should you go? But like in this generation, I noticed that no, I'm going to see my therapist.
There's a friend of mine that was telling me that she has a PTSD. Like, she just used the term PTSD, and I'm like, this PTSD you're saying is like an issue for some people. Like, it's a real issue for people. You hear some mental health conditions that you didn't even know it was that kind of a condition. Like, you can actually relate to it. To understand, like, you can be hearing about people that have maybe they're perfectionists. What's this word like? They always like everything to be arranged.
Arrange.
They cannot like if they leave a kitchen and the cup is not turned, it's not in the right place. Like
It's a
it's a problem for them. You understand? But no, we have a name for it. Some people can actually relate to it. So that's how mentally aware we are. We are more aware of
Ourselves.
self-awareness.
Yeah. So now let's talk about Gen Z and the future. You know, I see like okay, let me ask you this. What do you think the future of this generation will look like? Like how you can trying to picture.
Okay. I feel like the generation before us, this sense of discipline or something, that they were so disciplined. Let me use marriage. I don't know if you can. Let me use marriage. For example, now you will see people that have been married for years, beyond 80 years, 40 years, 50 years. But
they're still together.
But you will see most anytime I don't want to use celebrity life, but divorce is very, very
common.
Very common. You just hear 2 years they're not compatible. You people know you're compatible before you
sometimes it's 2 weeks safe.
Because of how outspoken people are. They cannot any small thing they just voice out. They cannot just
is everything
endure and keep it together.
So lastly, what can you say summary of this topic? Who are the Gen Z? Just one word.
I feel like this Gen Z stuff, if you want to start talking about it, it's long ago. It's very long ago. Cannot finish today because everybody, when you start talking about certain things, some people can actually relate.
Yeah.
We are very expressive. We know how to express ourselves. We give our opinions. We say our minds. Always say our minds. Always say our minds. And we should always learn to take advantage of that. We should not use it in a wrong way, because everything is good until you use it in a wrong way. Yes, knife is good, but some people are killing people with knives. Some people are also using it to do something good. So it's not like cannot just condemn knife. I say all knives are bad. Just like some people just say internet is bad, flat out. But internet is not bad. It's just how we use it. So we should, with our open-mindedness, we should also not be too open to take advantage, to use things wrongly like the internet. We should also always try to use it, in a good way. Not going to fraud. People are using internet for fraud.
Yeah.
Big fraud, not small fraud, big scale fraud. And they're like, if not for the internet, they will not have make it. They're not making it though. They're still, But some people are also using that same internet. They're also using it for a good thing. They're using it to communicate information to people all over the world. They're using it to get connected to people all over the world. They're using it to educate people. So I will not rule out the fact that this generation is too to focus on the internet or anything. It's actually a good thing that we are focused on the internet, because it's what brings us all together.
So thank you so much for your time with us.
Thank you.
And I hope one day, sometimes again, we would like to have you back. Yeah. I'm so much inspired with what our guest said on this topic. Who are the Gen Z? She, really inspired me, and I'm sure you watching this video, I'm sure she really inspired you too. So my last word for you is, Gen Z, we are not just the trend. We are the change agents. We are the culture, and yes, it's our time. Let's live it to the fullest. But another thing is, don't just look at it. Don't just focus on the bad side of this generation. Look at the good side of it and build yourself more into that good aspect of this generation. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also share to your loved ones. And if you have any question or topics you want us to talk about, you can just drop that in the comment section, or you can send it to my mail at anograde76@gmail.com. Keep growing, keep glowing. We are the Gen Zs.